Age of the Fifth Sun is a mod that I've wanted to talk about on the channel for a while because I find it quite interesting being able to play as Mesoamerican indigenous peoples around the time of what would be our Fourth Crusade or just after it. I think that seeing the parallels between our worlds is fascinating, or at least trying to explore those within this mod or the game itself. And it also has, from what I've seen in the new update, some pretty insane looking assets, and I'd really like to highlight those here in this video. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get to it. So first off, we're in the only bookmark that we have so far, which is for 1204, the Age of the Fifth Sun. The Mesoamerican world is in a state of upheaval. The Anahuac, the mighty Toltec Empire, once stood as an unquestioned source of wisdom and authority that the lords from Oaxaca to the Yucatan strove to emulate. In the Yucatan, the Kan-Ik dynasty ruled from the majestic rise of the Chichen Itza over a resurgent Maya people. Yet now, as the poet king would later write, vanished are the glories just as the fearful smoke vanishes. The Toltec are on their deathbed at the mercy of the Chichimeque invaders, and the Kan-Ik, having been driven into exile by the upstart Hunakil, it seems like the dawn of a new age, a time for a new empire to rise from the blood and ash of this world. So you get a cool time of upheaval, kind of like what Elder Kings 2 does, but basically a lot of new players on the board. So we have the last Toltec over here. Wamak is the latest of the Toltecs, an ancient and venerable line that was revered from the hills of Anahuac to the jungles of the Yucatan. Now, in the face of foreign usurpers like the Otami warlord Zoltol and his miserable son Nopali, Wemek fears he may be destined to be the last of his mighty people. Interestingly, I actually looked into these two, and they're both drunk, so I mean, they're probably just a little sad. I can understand that. I'm mostly interested in these two. First of all, the Maya have these really fantastic face paint and these facial piercings. They look so sick. So I think I'm gonna click on Hunakil Kanu. He's a young man. Hunakil Kanu led a failed rebellion against the old Itza masters of the Maya heartland, the Kan-Ik. As punishment, he was thrown into a sacrificial pit and expected to die. Yet there, the starving rebel received a vision from the gods that reinvigorated his spirit. Years later, Hunakil succeeded in banishing the Kan-Ik and fulfilled his divine mandate to rule the Maya from Mayapan. Will you complete Hunakil's destiny in uniting the Maya under his leadership, or will Hunakil be humiliated once more? So it seems like he's got a pretty straightforward play style where you're just going to be taking over this region. So we're going to click this guy. And as you notice, there's no highlight, there's no name for the bookmark. This is all an alpha, so just so you know, if anything looks weird, it's probably because of that. Also, I want to let everybody know before I click on this, there is some nudity in the mod. Viewer discretion is advised. You've been warned. It's too much for me to blur out. Just so you know, it's pixels, right? You've seen breasts before. Chill. All right, so here we are in the mod. Let's zoom out here just to get a look at the map. So it appears. Actually, I love this. This is quite beautiful. I don't like the darkness around it, of course. I wish that we would just get a normal looking map. So it seems we have the entirety of Central America, which actually seems quite populated. Very, very cool. Let's focus on ourselves here for a moment. So we are, as we know, we are Hunakil the Two-Faced. Oh dear. So he is a brilliant strategist, organizer, a peasant leader. Ooh, that's interesting. That is unique. Wow, okay. He's a resurrected character description. I wonder what this is for. I wonder if this is supposed to be he's a resurrected god of some sort. That's interesting. So we have major decisions, unify the Maya heartlands. I would assume this would be your overall goal in this run. Let's see. So you have complete control of the Maya heartland. It's hard to, okay, so it's this. It's right here, most of this section of Central America. That would actually be pretty sick. I may end up doing this for a video if you guys are interested. That sounds really cool. It'd probably have to be a pretty long recording on my part. You can recruit jungle specialists, makes sense. It's a jungle region. But let's zoom in. Let's see here. So I'm gonna look through my military. Oh wow, these are lovely. Ooh. Oh yeah, Jaguar warriors, of course. I do believe there's supposed to be a model. Now that I'm thinking about this, for the Jaguar warrior obsidian, the blades that they have. Unfortunately, because the mod is still in alpha, some of that stuff doesn't work. I noticed that last night when I was clicking around on this before I decided to make a video on it. I was a little upset, but I mean, these things happen. So we look at the royal court. So they're using the Middle Eastern one. Obviously, I would assume they're going to eventually switch that out. They do have proper banners. It looks like those look correct as far as I know. I'm not an expert on this or anything. Let's see. Lifestyle paths, nothing different there. So let's click on his faith, right? The cult of Chak revere the mighty Stormlord as the embodiment of the dual powers of rain and the dual responsibilities of a ruler. Very cool. In his capacity as the Rainmaker, Chak embodies the life-giving waters that fuel Mesoamerican agriculture and sustain the people. In his capacity as the Storm God, Chak displays the power and the might of a torrential storm that washes away the wicked and all obstacles in the way of the faithful. Though Chak's prominence in the worship of Maya rulers has waned in favor of the feathered serpent, which is like Quetzalcoatl, Those who remain faithful to Lord Chalk know that this is but a temporary drought that precedes a downpour of Chalk's love for his followers and wrath for his foes. And we're obviously Maya, as we said, so there's a bunch of people here in the Maya Heartlands. I believe this guy also starts off with a rival. So he worships this. The cult of Kukulkan is a relatively recent innovation that places the great feathered wind serpent at the head of a diverse pantheon of Maya and non-Maya deities. So this clicks a lot of like Aztec. I might have messed that up. I apologize. Above all, Kukulkan represents the power and majesty of the wind that blows across the jungles and heights of the Maya homeland. His likeness can be found carved flawlessly in the geometric stonework of Maya temples, a reminder of the renewed glory of his people. Interesting. Okay, that's very cool. So I wonder why they're rivals. I wish it said, like, what happened. He's a lot stronger, though. I mean, I'm much stronger than pretty much anybody around me. Also, let's take a minute here. Look at the fantastic, let me zoom in for you here. Let's open the barbershop and get a little black background. Let's make something a little bit easier to see. Okay, that's pretty good. And then let's zoom in. Look at these fantastic piercings made of, I'm assuming it's like an emerald or like a jade. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. And the face paint looks fantastic. I would love to see some of this stuff ported over to like After the End, maybe. It looks so good. I really enjoy it. We're gonna click around, obviously, we always do, but we're just gonna see. So there's a lot of different Maya cults. We actually should click ours, I think. Okay, so we are in Maya Pond. We'll have to read that. So we have ancestor worship, sanctity of nature, and Maya syncretism. Oh, so we're sort of like nice to the other faiths, whereas they probably view us as, let's see. So we consider most of them astray, and they consider us astray. It's actually, there's quite a lot of different faiths. That's very cool. Wow. So what was that one nearest to us? The Kukulkan is right here. Oh, that looks creepy. Interesting. Venerable old god in his younger form. The wrinkled visage reminds the... I don't want to mispronounce that. Reminds the faithful to respect the wisdom of age as a dependable hearth that warms the community. Very cool. What is it? What is its tenets? I'm just curious. I just saw this really wonderful literalism, legalism, and adaptive. That's very cool. Ceremonial sacrifice. Do we have that as well? Oh, we do. Oh, so we can make sacrifices for piety. Interesting. Okay, so let's zoom in here. So we're in Mayapan. There is no unique building here. Oh, that's not true. You can build an observatory with... What is this? I wonder what this is for. Why is it feathers? Interesting. Or like, is it feathers and like beads? Or what? I'm curious what the currency would be. But anyway, what's the observatory? It's located amidst the verdant jungles. The observatory of Mayapan features intricately carved stone walls adorned with astronomical symbols and glyphs. Its meticulously aligned windows and chambers serve as precise observatories, allowing the Maya astronomers to chart the movement of the celestial bodies. Interesting. Predict celestial events, connect their cosmology to the earthly realm. So let's look. I kind of wanted to see this. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, Temple of Kukulkan. That is very cool. Oh, wait, it's in my own region. That is so interesting. Okay. So the Kukulkan worshippers, their main temple is like right here. All right, so they worship ancestor worship, Maya syncretism as well, but Children of the Feathered Serpent is new. While all other clans, tribes, and families seek aid from their own gods and personal deities, our people know that the one who created us all is our true progenitor. No other heritage surpasses that of the Feathered Serpent, father of us all. That's very cool. So they have a couple different sites. It looks like theirs are more focused this direction, nothing down that way. I am curious. Yeah, so we have Chakists here. Kukulkan is sort of growing very slowly. Bunch of different faiths. Let's scroll back down here. I wanted to kind of read that temple. Okay, well, that's not where it is. There it is. All right, so we have the Temple of Kukulkan. The Temple of Kukulkan is a remarkable architectural marvel. This ancient temple is designated to the deity Kukulkan and serves as a sacred site for religious ceremonies and astronomical observers. Its most notable feature is the impressive staircase on the northern side, which aligns the equinoxes, creating the illusion of a serpent slithering down the temple. That is, or the pyramid rather, that is actually fascinating. I would love to see what this looks like. Crowns, let's look at our counselors now. Okay, so we have an interesting blend here. Wow, really cool. So he's got like a painted body, not a painted face. Whoa, look at that. Was that like a tortoise? What is that? Whoa, that looks fantastic, dude. Those are sick. I would love to see, obviously this is still an alpha, so anything I say is just whatever, but I would love to see some more like natural cloaks being brought in, because obviously this is just like European stuff, but more like natural fibers things. They obviously have like their cloths, pretty cool. I know that they're going to add more. I don't know if they have a modeler, so that might be the problem. So we have an elective law, which is a male preference. That's actually also really sick. And this is our de jure land up here. So for that decision, do you have to control the whole thing? You do have to completely control. Wow, the Maya heartland. And you only have to be illustrious and faithful though, which isn't actually that bad. Since the beginning, the Maya have not reached their full potential as divided realm. If the city-states are brought under imperial rule, they will claim their place as a power in the world. Oh, this guy's sick. Look at this dude. Look at this man. All right, here he is. Let's go to the last Toltec here. It looks like he starts off with a little bit of a war. So this is the struggle for the Triple Alliance. Oh, we have a struggle here. Okay. Interesting. Now what's this? From the ashes rises a new day, a new age for reconciliation. Factions of old. Okay. So there's different ones. The old caliphates has run out of both time and patience. Ah, I see. So the wording is still different. It looks like it's using maybe the Persian one. Oh, okay, here we go. It's time for a strong leader to finally drag this valley from the mire of war and division. The Anahuac will be united under a, oh my goodness, Toltecayotl, king flying the Tolan banner. You get oh wow, you get this. So you have to have complete control of the Anahuac Valley, which actually isn't very big. That is really interesting. That's not actually that difficult of a struggle either, because you just have to control this. Oh, that's fascinating. Yeah, that wouldn't be so bad. He also looks really sick. I'm sad that he's a drunk, although he does have some good stats. He's reckless, gallant, he's a skilled tactician, he's impatient, trusting, and stubborn. That's a lot of things going on, my buddy. May hope join my coat of arms. Well, I mean, that's not exactly what, not a super inspiring statement, but whatever. What other things he's got? So he's got no unique ones. Oh, they do have divine the stars. I wonder if that's because of his faith. Our destinies are written in the stars themselves. By studying them, I may gain some insight. So what's his faith? So he is an Anahuacan, children of the feathered serpent. Okay. Is an ancient wisdom of the venerable Toltecs who use their knowledge to raise their people into a golden age of power. So this is a Toltec faith. At the forefront of the Toltecayotl is the reverence for the feathered serpent god of creation, Quetzalcoatl, and the Mercurian god of weather, Tlal. Though the two were inspired to create art and foster knowledge that have immortalized them as nearly synonymous with civilization itself, and by worshipping the moody Tlaloc, the land flourished and sustained the wise. That seemed like it was going to go in a different direction, so I was reading it weird. But anyway, even after their golden age, these traditions have endured and may yet bring about another golden age of civilization. Interesting. Okay, so they are righteous, ceremonial sacrifice. So what are the other faiths? Okay, so they do fall under this umbrella. Everybody seems to consider each other astray, which is really cool. So that is definitely different. He does have indulgent drink. I believe he would have the same men-at-arms. So he has the Altwa. He's got the light footmen. Oh, this is cool. It even has little descriptions. Armed with daggers, small round shields, and altalazals. A Nawa version of a dart thrower. While seemingly inoffensive, these wielders can cause severe damage to enemy armies under the right conditions. They also have pikemen. I would love to... Oh, he does not get jaguar warriors. That is interesting. Okay, but these guys do have jaguar helmets. Looks like it's made of a paper, or like a cotton maybe. I'm not sure. That's really, really cool. I like that a lot. I actually want to go back here and just read the description. Oh, he has jaguar warriors. Here we go. Let's just read his description. Oh, it doesn't say, but that looks... Honestly, that's horrifying. That's scary as hell. I do not like that at all. Oh my word. Oh my goodness, that's scary. I'm curious about different faiths now. Is there anything that's not under this? A Western Mesoamerican Civ. Okay, here we go. And then we have a Central American Civ. Oh, this is a Chibchan. Chibchan? Interesting, okay. And so they look like this. Chibchan. So what is this? The world is ordained under the heavenly rule of the Eagle Lord Cebu. Interesting. They're esoteric, and they have Sia. Our priests are skilled physicians that treat the illnesses of the mind and body with the aid of magic-infused stones called Sia? What? That's interesting. We'll just click a random ruler just to see what they got. Raise the... No, what is this? It is customary among our people to erect carved monuments to commemorate important events. So it's like raised rune stones. The death of a loved one, the settling of a dispute, the acquisition of land, and so on. Perhaps I could benefit from such a rock. Okay, so they are rune stones. That's very cool. It even said it on the bottom. That is so neat. That is so neat. I'm actually really curious. These guys worship the sun. And... okay, so there's nothing there. I would love to see more of these economic buildings. Let's see now. So it looks like a lot of them are focused up here. So we have like the Temple of Ixchel. It stands as a testament to the spiritual devotion and architectural brilliance of the Mayans. This sacred structure emerges as a majestic wonder, beckoning both faithful worshippers and curious onlookers alike. And you also have obviously like obsidian mines. Ooh, the Sacred Mountain isn't on the map. Oh, it is. Wow, look at that. Okay. The Sacred Mountain of Arazu. It has no description. I am curious as to why it's sacred. That is very cool. I have to say, there's, again, a lot of love. The Acropolis now. Hold on. The majestic Acropolis of Monte Alban stands proudly amidst the rolling hills, a magnificent testament to the architectural genius and cultural significance of the ancient Zapotec civilization. Its towering pyramids, plural, and ornately sculpted stone structures are adorned with intricate hieroglyphs and elaborate carvings depicting the stories and myths of the Zapotec gods and rulers. Near here is the source of gold that enabled us to become the finest goldsmiths in the land. So they also get gold, huh? I'm gonna click this guy, hold on. So does he start off with a, dang, got a lot of money coming in. Let's see, does he start off with a gold mine anywhere? I don't see one. And I don't see the option to make a mine, which is interesting. If there's supposed to be a mine nearby, and there's not. So what does he worship? He's a Tlaloc worshiper. He's the god of rain, which is sort of like a hybrid of this guy. So that's the god of storms, I guess. Oh, you can unite the cities here. Consolidate. Oh, Tutepec. Oh, wow. Only a few years ago, Lord 8 Jaguar Claw conquered and civilized the cities of the coast, expanding our riches and domain beyond anyone's imagination. His work may not be complete, but under new leadership, the Lord of Tutepec may rise above. The Tutepec domains. It's just this. A lot of cool decisions that actually aren't like impossible to achieve here. Let's look at some of these empire titles. So nobody's ever claimed this. Yeah, Tutepec. I really would have loved to see somebody like Jaguar Claw in here, like actually see him. But that is cool. And then what else? What is this one? Unite the cities. You get Greater Oaxa, which is, again, it seems to be just that. That is so cool. I'm gonna have to play this. I'm gonna have to give this a go. I'm gonna have to try one of these runs. I kind of want to do this one just because it seems like it'd be probably the most maybe chill. I want to know what this trait is. That's so interesting. Or maybe we could play as his rival and try to do it that way. He's a rapacious blackguard. Don't know what his background is. Don't know why they're rivals. Maybe he's got like a... Did he kill anybody? I don't know. I don't know. And then what's this guy's deal? Up here, does he have any unique decisions? Besides founding a new empire, no. Let's come over here then into the Taoist. So they revered the family trio of Tao, the father son of the sky, Tetuan, the mother moon of the underworld, and Sotari, the flower-picking brother of the earth. The cult of Tia places the paternal sun god at the rightful head of the pantheon. His priests are given authority over all others, and his course through the sky to his golden throne is commemorated with great celebrations. Tetuan and Sotari are frequently invoked for their role as fertility deities. It is Tetuan who brings rain, and Satauti who oversees the growth of maize or corn. Sun worship. Interesting. So what are their holy sites? Do they even have any? So they just have these two. We've talked about this. Okay. I would like to switch to one of these guys just to see if they have anything. Okay, so they just have adopt feudal ways. And none of them are kings, so I suppose you could try to make yourself one. This guy's just like a chieftain. Got nothing crazy over here. What about in the middle? Because we've not come over here yet. So we have the... Oh, let's see. Let me go to actual faiths proper here. Okay, so this faith is easily the biggest one. That one's also an Anuak. So this is a Central American faith. The Misulmalpan paganism. In the beginning of creation, Great Father Maisahana and the Great Mother, I'm not going to read that, conceived the universe and humankind. I'm sure I've already butchered so much, you don't need me to read more. They created thunder, water, trees, wind, the sun, the moon, and all that is holy. See, there's a lot of overlap between these faiths. That's very interesting. To maintain order and balance, the owners and spirits were made. Us mortals need to appeal and obey the laws of the spirit. Okay, so they revere the volcano, so it's a volcano, which also makes sense to a degree. Nothing in the White City. Is there anything else over here economically that they worship? Okay, so they do have this obsidian mine, and then the Sacred Mountain, obviously. This Acropolis, which I believe we already read. Interesting, interesting. Very cool, very cool. It looks like the Maya have the most flavor, which also makes sense. A lot of different mines, saltpeter mines. The Tajin Temple Complex. Interesting. Just another temple, another like pyramid. So a lot of cool stuff here. I'm very curious, do these guys get anything unique? I'm just going to hop through all of them before we end this one. And we'll just click this guy. That was who we started with. And no, it looks like they can seek the aid of the spirits. We petition the unseen in some way. So from what I've seen, okay, so this is obviously like an alpha. I would, and I'm going to switch to him. I would recommend playing either over here or over here. From what I can tell, because it seems like there's more options. This guy probably has a ton. I can't, okay. He has one child, a daughter, who is, oh wow, that is something. Hold on a minute. And she's disinherited. There's a lot of history going on here. Oh my goodness. So he has no heir. So he would need to make an heir. He's 36 though, so he could definitely like get one. But that is so interesting. That guy's way too far. I'm curious. This one sounds like it actually could be kind of difficult if we really think about it. He has an overseer. A lot of things going on. So is he wicked in some way? I wonder. I can negotiate an alliance with my son-in-law, but he hates me for some reason. I don't know why we're rivals. I wish I knew. But this is very cool. I'm glad I gave this a look. The map is fairly small, and I think because of that, a lot of these goals are fairly small. Like this one's probably the biggest one, where it wants you to take over the entire Maya Heartlands, which would probably take more than one lifetime. Probably. It's a lot. It is a lot of land. You'd probably end up having to make like an empire title, the Maya Empire, yep, which has no title history, but you would need to create several kingdoms. This is very cool. Very, very cool. If I was going to do one, I'd probably either do this one with these cities down here, or I would do like maybe the struggle, just because that's kind of cool. But you guys can obviously let me know. I think the idea of playing as like a new power in the region would be more interesting than playing as the last guy. Also, I don't like playing as drunks. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little overview of the Age of the Fifth Sun. If there's any mods that you want me to do this with, I really enjoy clicking around and like just reading the different things. I'm a big fan of that. So if you have anything that you want me to check out, just let me know in the comments. As always, I'm Soul. This has been Age of the Fifth Sun, and I will happily see you in the next one.